Exclusive Ram Box, the pickup bed with built-in toolboxes. When you push the start button and you hear that 5.7 Hemi come to life, you'll know then which truck you'll buy. The all-new Ram. See it now at Trice Hughes in Princeton, your Chrysler Dodge Ram dealer.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Hi, Caldwell County. I'm Allie Coleman with First Southern National Bank, and I'm ready to service your next loan. Whether you're wanting to build your first home, buy an investment property, or add square footage for your growing family, we can tailor a solution just for you. Stop by my office at 101 West Washington Street in Princeton, or give me a call at 270-365-3545 to apply today. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409424, NMLS 1002990.
1580 103.3 WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
Good morning. It is 8:14:20. The sun is out, but good golly, winter is back. Well, hey, I guess I'll take the cold just to see some sunshine. We're joined this morning by a room full of teenage girls, actually. We have several girls here. We have Jacy Travis, Taylor Burchett, Skylar Newton, and Sydney Newton, and I spelled that Sydnew for some reason. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you all so much for coming. We're going to talk this morning about some rodeo stuff. So, Jacy, why don't you start off? You were the 2018-2019 high school rodeo queen?
Yes.
So, talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, you have to go through like a series of tests for it. There's different events that you have to go through. There's horsemanship. There's a personal interview. There's modeling. You have to give a 1-minute speech. You have to do an impromptu question. And if you get that, you go out to nationals and compete with 50 other girls from every state of the United States and go out for the big title of National Queen. But it's just a long process, but it's fun. You get to meet a lot of new people, and it's kind of like an eye-opening event because you get to see so much that goes on throughout the national level and how it affects your state.
Okay, so, and we'll talk about that in just a minute, but tell me, how did you get started in, like, what, were you like one of these little girls that just always wanted to be queen kind of thing, or what got you started in that idea?
About like a month before the queen contest, I'm like, I'm going to run for queen. It's like, I just want to do something fun.
Okay, all right, and that sounded like fun to you, huh?
Yeah.
Was it still by the time you were done with it?
Well, by the time Nationals was over, I got tired of putting on makeup every day, curling my hair. Yeah, fries your hair faster than you think.
Wasn't as much fun as you thought, maybe.
No, getting up at like 7 a.m. just to fix your hair before you had to go to the morning performance to do other stuff. It's crazy.
So do you think you're going to run again?
I can't run again for high school. Since I am a senior this year, I can't run again. So
okay.
I'm hoping like one of these two down here will try and take over.
One of these two being Sydney or Skylar, who are freshmen, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that something on your radar, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
I heard it. Okay. I was going to say I heard one yes, didn't hear two. So tell me then, so tell me about what you said about the Nationals. What's the deal with that?
Nationals is like a series of, I think it's over like 10 days. You have 8 performances in a short go. There's so much going on. There's morning practices you can get up and go to at like like 5 a.m. And there's so many people there. There's over, I don't know how many contestants there are, but it's about like a 6-mile radius complex, and it was filled. Like, there was different arenas for different things. We even had an arena across the road because we didn't have enough arenas there to do all the events. But there's so many people there that you get to meet, and you get to see the best of the best who's won past years in something, and you get to meet, who knows, you might talk to somebody, like in steer wrestling, I talked to somebody, and later on that week he was named National Steer Wrestling Champion. Like, you never know who's going to win what, but you get to meet tons of new friends, understand, like, what it's like to do different events in their state and, like, the different rules. Because, like, every state has a different way of doing things. Like, they'll have fundraisers in a certain way. Like, we'll have a barrel pole fundraiser or a team roping fundraiser, and we even did a silent auction before we went to nationals for all the kids. But there's so much that goes on, and you really have to be in it to understand how much fun it is and how much you get to do. Because to a lot of people it looks like, oh, they're just riding a horse trying to rope something. That's all they're trying to do. Or they're trying to not knock that barrel over. But it takes practice, hard work, and determination to get to even nationals.
Okay. Taylor, so you're part of the high school rodeo team, is that?
No, just the Little Britches.
Oh, the Little Britches,
yes,
that's
ma'am.
right. That's right. We covered that before we started. What is Little Britches?
It goes from, what age do you start?
It's like 6 years old
It's
until
like
19.
6 to 19. So any of those ages can do it. You can compete from goat tying to barrels, poles, roping, trail class. I mean, there's a bunch of different. It's kind of like high school rodeo.
But a few more added events.
Yeah.
Well, so it's the difference between Little Britches and high school rodeo is
Little Britches has more of an age variety than the high school rodeo does.
High school is just freshmen until seniors. We do have junior high, which is middle school, which is basically like 6th grade through 8th grade. And Little Britches, you have like Little Wrangler, junior, and then senior events.
Okay.
And it's seniors like high school, juniors like middle school, and Little Wranglers like younger. But it doesn't depend on your grades, it's your age, about what you're in.
Okay. So with Little Britches, Taylor, is that what made you choose that over high school rodeo?
Oh man. So I have to pay for all the horse stuff and everything by myself.
Uh-huh.
And high school rodeo is a little more expensive than Little Britches.
And travel more too.
Yeah. I just thought it looked fun. There was a lot more people in it. I knew a lot more people in there. But
Okay.
I don't know. It caught my attention more than high school rodeo did.
I see. And Skylar, Sydney, what are you? Are you in the high school rodeo or are you in the Little Britches?
We're in both.
Oh, really? So you can do both?
Yeah, I'm in both too. So.
Oh, okay. Did not realize that. So, Sydney, that's you. Which, by the way, just for those who are not looking at the girls, they're twins. So I have to figure out. I have to see who's sitting where. Figure out who's who. Sydney, what got you started in either one of these?
Well, Sydney Spain actually showed us that there was more out there. We didn't know it was out there until they showed us that there was high school rodeo. And then the people that run Little Britches told us there was Little Britches, so we started doing kind of both.
And Skylar, same for you. Did you have?
Yes, ma'am. I just started when she started.
I see. So you just do everything together, right? Just do everything your sister does.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Girls, have you always owned horses?
My used to be stepmother got me into horses whenever she was married to my dad. I was
see.
like 3.
Okay. So basically, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
We didn't until we were about 7 or 8.
Really?
And, a person that works for my dad, his daughter came over and brought some horses, and by the end of the day, he traded a Polaris for 2 horses and a saddle.
Oh, have mercy. He traded what, did you say, for 2 horses and a saddle?
A 4-wheeler.
A 4-wheeler for 2 horses and a saddle?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of horses were those?
Quarter horses.
Okay, what kind of temperament were those horses?
Oh, they were both mares. They were pretty calm.
I don't do mares.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, I've got two. I've got two.
But you know, the thing is, if you're going to do rodeo, I heard mares are the way to go because they just have so much more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure all of our
Mine's a
barrel
mare.
pole horses are mares. And I know Taylor doesn't do roping, but I know mine and Sydney's roping horse are geldings. Skylar's the only one brave enough to have two mares in all her events.
Yeah, I had one mare once, and I mean, I guess she was not the typical mare, but she still had the mare qualities, and I just, I just would rather keep my boys and keep on going with them. We get along so much better.
Yeah, geldings have a lot calmer temperament than mares do, like mine. Get out of the alleyway. She's going to come and bulldoze you over. So just move.
Okay, girls. So what ages were you when you started in the rodeo scene, whether it was Little Britches or high school rodeo or wherever you started?
I didn't start until my freshman year doing rodeos. I used to do, like, barrel pole shows. That's what I started out with. I didn't start roping and doing goats until my sophomore year.
Okay.
I really got into goats, and then junior years when I started really roping. But it just varies on what you're comfortable with when you start something.
Sure. Taylor, what age were you when you got started?
I did junior high when I was like 7, so like 2008, and then I just did a bunch of the local shows.
Okay. Skylar?
We started out doing a bunch of local shows when we were about 7, and then didn't start high school rodeo until 7th grade.
And I guess I would ask Sydney, but I think Skylar just answered for you since you do it at the same time. So, yeah. And so these two horses that your dad traded for the four-wheeler, were they the ones that you started your rodeo careers on?
No, ma'am. I started mine on the horse that he got, but she had to change horses because hers had a little temper issue.
Yeah, it was a mare, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just saying. Just saying. All right, ladies. What can you tell somebody who's just sitting out there thinking, I'd like to do rodeo, but I don't know where to start. I don't know if this is really something for me. Where would you tell them to start?
I mean, if you just want to start just testing the water, see how it is, either barrels or poles or roping events, I mean, there's simple shows just around here. I know a lot of people have practices where you can just go practice, and I'm sure there's somebody going to be there that can help you out with something. Like just a barrel pole show. I know right down here in Crider there's the Fredonia Riding Club, and we'll have shows throughout the summer where not everybody's going to be perfect, not everybody's going to have a perfect run, but you can come out there, do trainers, and just test, see how you like it. And then roping, I haven't been in it long enough to know, like, everything, but there's different clinics for barrels, poles, breakaway, goat tying, team roping. Like, there's different clinics for everything. And there's all over Facebook, and I'm sure that the high school rodeo page on Facebook shares some of them. If not, you'll see where one of us have gone to one of them, and we'll share something with it. But there's different opportunities, or you could even, like, contact one of us. I'm sure we could try and lead you in the right direction. But it's not that hard to get into it as most people think.
Skylar and Sydney, so you're freshmen this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you plan to keep doing this through your senior year?
Yes, ma'am.
Both of you? Yes. Are there scholarships available for?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that, Skylar or Taylor?
I know the high school rodeo has some. The Little Britches, I don't think they've done any this year. You kind of just have to look around. Murray, I know they have a bunch for college whenever you get into college through the rodeo, but you just have to look around.
Skylar, Sydney, have you looked into those? Do you know anything about those?
I know there's some. We haven't really looked into them, though.
Taylor or Jacy, do you know anything about them?
Yeah, high school rodeo gives out about. They try and make sure every senior that is there gets at least one scholarship from something. Like the Jake Hodge Foundation, there's a scholarship through them for just the high school and then high school rodeo. And they're just in Crittenden where they sponsor that. But they try and give not only high school rodeo students, but high school students of Caldwell, Crittenden, Lyon, Livingston, just around that area, a chance to get in on that scholarship. But there's a good, I'd say at least 10 to 15 scholarships for high school rodeo. Little Britches, I think there's 1 or 2, but you have to go on the national website to look for it, and you're against everybody in the nation that's a senior applying for it, which those get a little tougher because it's more process, and you have to fill out so much paper, and it's crazy how much writing you actually have to do for a scholarship. I didn't think it was that hard until I became a senior and started filling out scholarship papers.
Yeah, especially since I think you all told me before we started that you miss English class all the time for different things. Right now, they'll be on here. So yeah, that make it a little more harder to.
Yeah, let's hope she's not hearing this.
Okay, I didn't realize that this was a secret, but okay, ladies, this will be on YouTube later. Just saying. All right, girls. Anything else anybody wants to say before we visit our next guest?
Well, if you want to get into rodeo, just go for it. Don't shoot, I don't know.
Don't shoot the idea down if you don't know how to do it. I'm sure there's going to be tons of people out there that can help you with everything. Don't think that you're never going to be good enough, or put yourself down because you don't think you're going to be able to compete at the national level or even like your state level. I mean, I didn't think I could, and then Little Britches, first or second year doing it, I made it to nationals in 3 of my events.
I've been put in a bunch of situations where I thought that I was going to have to stop doing it, but I've had people help me.
Okay.
They've not let me give up.
Great. Sydney and Skylar, anything else you want to say?
If you do start it, don't be discouraged if you have a bad run. I've had many of those, but you also have a lot of good runs. Just be thankful for what you have. You're going to meet a lot of nice people that'll help you along the way.
Great. Thank you, girls, so much for coming in your pajamas this morning. It was nice to have you all. Spirit Week at the high school, so the ladies are here in their pajamas, but that's okay. That's all right. Got to be comfortable, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in, girls.
Thanks for having us.
Create a moment for your special someone this Valentine's Day with new Hallmark Paper Wonder Cards. These cards pop open to reveal a 3D scene that will let your favorite person know how much you care. Because sometimes with all the texts and notifications, the schedules and to-do lists, it's easy